Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So here I have my clean chicken pieces. Now I am using more than a half of the chicken. I have my legs, my thigh, my wing, I have my breast. Now only the breast don't have any skin, but yeah, you can always leave the skin on or if you want to remove it. So I'm just adding some ingredients to the bowl. I added some browning, some Walker's Wood Jerk marinade. I added my all-purpose seasoning. Now I'm adding some black pepper, and I am going to add some more seasoning. So you add the seasoning to your preference, and also you add the seasoning to your liking, of course. Now if you want to use different seasoning, you can always do that as well. So after I finish adding all the ingredients, I'm going to combine it in a bowl. Now I like to add some oil to the bowl as well. The oil will, seal in the moisture in the chicken and it will prevent it from drying out. So I'm just combining the mixture together and then I'm going to add it to the chicken. Now I forgot to add my sugar at this point and my barbecue sauce. I like to add a little barbecue sauce to the chicken, so I will add it afterwards. So just pour all that sauce on the chicken and then I'm going to season it. Now remember, it's your kitchen, so you can always add whatever you want to add to your chicken, guys. You don't have to use everything that I used. You can always take the recipe and make it your own. Just season the chicken nicely, rubbing all of that nice seasoning on it, and then you're going to let it marinate. No, I'm not going to marinate mine for a long time, but the longer you marinate it, the better, of course. Now, I like to add some seasoning under the skin. You want the chicken to be full of flavor, so you don't want to only season the outer part. Some persons they don't eat the skin, it's just that when they bake it with the skin, it's sealing all of that moisture. Now, if you don't like the skin, as I said before, just leave it out. But when I use the skin, it will seal it, the moisture, of course. Now this is the barbecue sauce that I'm using. It has a smoky flavor to it, so I added about 2 tablespoons to the chicken. Also I'm adding a tablespoon of sugar. Now the sugar is optional, but because of barbecue and you want it to have that nice caramel look, yes, so the sugar helps with that also. So I wanted to add some pimento seeds, but I totally forgot it, so I'm going to add it afterwards. So you will see when I'm adding it. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Tamara Recipes. Remember to give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the recipe. Also consider subscribing for more amazing contents like these. Please share the recipe, guys. I do appreciate the love and support. Now remember, you can always marinate your chicken overnight, but I am going to set mine aside for about an hour to marinate, and then I come back and we proceed. Now I do appreciate the support, guys, and thank you so much, and I hope you consider supporting my channel, and thanks so much for your love and support. So now, guys, my chicken is nicely seasoned, so I am going to add it to my baking container. Now I'm using this type of baking container. You can always use the one to your preference, but before I add the chicken, I grease the container. You don't want the chicken to stick to the pan, of course. Now I'm just adding my chicken pieces, and if you add yours to the fridge, remember to let it thaw for about an hour before you bake it. You don't want your chicken to dry out, alright? So don't just put the whole chicken in the oven, guys. That's not good for it. So just place the chicken pieces in the baking container and try to give them enough space. So it's best to use a wide enough container if you're going to use a lot of chicken. So after I finish adding all of the chicken pieces, I have some juices in the pan that I'm going to pour on the chicken. You don't want to leave anything because that juice helps the chicken to have more moisture, and also it's give it a better flavor because you season the chicken, so all that flavor is left in the pan, so you don't want to waste it. So after I finish doing that, I'm going to place the chicken in my preheated oven. So all the ingredients will be listed in the description box of this video, so remember to check the description box, guys. And remember, if you enjoy the content, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. After about 25 minutes, this is how my chicken pieces look. So I'm just going to turn them to the other side and place them back into the oven so that the other side can bake. So after I finish doing that, I'm gonna return and show you what it looks like. Now guys, as you can see, the chicken released a lot of juices. Those juices have a lot of flavor, and I'm gonna use it to baste the chicken further on in the video. So now I'm going to baste my chicken pieces. So I'm using a spoon to baste the chicken. You can always use a pastry brush. But remember guys, you don't need to have any fancy utensils. You can always just use what you have, alright? So I'm just using a spoon today to baste the chicken. I do have a pastry brush, but I'm using a spoon. Also, if you have like a turkey baster, you could always use that as well. But as I say, you don't need to be fancy. Alright, so I'm just gonna baste all the chicken pieces. Then I am going to remove the chicken pieces from the baking container and pour out all of that sauce. And then after I finish doing that, I will show you the next step. After adding the juices to my pot, I am adding 2 tablespoons of my barbecue sauce. I'm also going to be adding some tomato ketchup. Now if you don't like the tomato ketchup, you can always use tomato paste. But the tomato ketchup do enhances the flavor. But if you don't like it, then don't add it. So just give it a nice little stir, and then I'm going to add my sugar. No, you don't need the sugar as I said before, but if you don't want to add it, then just leave it out. So I'm adding a tablespoon of brown sugar. The brown sugar give it a nice good taste. So my sauce is already thick, so I'm just going to let it boil for about 5 more minutes, and then I will show you the next step. So stay tuned. So at this point, I'm going to use the sauce to baste the chicken. Now I'm using a spoon, as you can see. You don't have to use a spoon if you don't want to, but nothing is wrong if you use a spoon. So I'm just going to baste the chicken pieces using the spoon, and then I'm going to turn them to the other side. So you don't want to add a whole lot of sauce at this point. You can always leave back some of the sauce to pour on your rice or whatever you want to eat it with. Or if you like, guys, you could just pour all of that sauce on the chicken and just bake it. But I like to baste chicken pieces, but if you don't like to do that, then you can always just pour it. If you're not a person who has a lot of patience, just pour the sauce on the chicken. So I'm just turning the chicken pieces to the other side, and then I'm going to do the same step. After I'm finished basting the chicken pieces, I'm going to put it back into the oven. Now you can always turn on your boiler at this point, and you're going to let it bake for about 5 more minutes, just for the sauce to stick to the chicken. Alright, 5 to 10 minutes. So guys, this is the end product. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, remember to give me a thumbs up, share the recipe, remember to subscribe for more amazing contents like these, and if you try the recipe, comment down below and give me your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and please come back again. Bye.